What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about the Immortal X-Men, the new Cosmic Crucible offense team that is going to use some of our old characters, 4 of them, 4 characters to get reworks, and we're gonna take a look at those reworks and see which characters you should prioritize in terms of diamonds. I was already prioritizing some of these characters, and I guess I prioritized the wrong characters because some of these kits are really insane. And especially Storm. I think Storm got the most love, and that's good because she's very iconic, but kind of sucks that other characters didn't get as much. But we're gonna take a look at all the information that we have available right now, and this seems to be the final version of the kits. I don't know, I'm a little bit excited to see, but it all will depend on how much stats they have, because overall their speed stat is not the best, so that's something that is a little bit concerning. But we're gonna break down all the information about these characters, and as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button like a boss. Now, who's an absolute boss is the new character coming to this team, which is going to be Jean Grey. Yes, Jean Grey, Marvel Girl, a witch version, probably the one with the green costume. We already talked about her in the past, but we should refresh the kit, because maybe you don't remember the kit anymore, and it's going to be important for us to understand the value of some of these characters. So, Marvel Girl, aka Jean Grey, on spawn, defense up for X-Men and Avenger allies, bury yourself and Avenger and X-Men allies for 30%, in Crucible offense, if she has 4 or more Immortal X-Men allies, which once again, these are the other 4 members, then she's going to steal energy from the enemies. This is something that we have never seen before. She's going to increase their cost of the abilities, so they're not going to be able to use their specials right away. She's going to apply Safeguard to all Immortal X-Men, and in raids and in Cosmic Crucible, she's going to stop the speed bar of the enemies, their reduction, increase, or effect to your characters. So it's going to be like North Star, but instead of being for Alliance Wars, it's for Cosmic Crucible offense. And this means that she's not like Captain Britain, she's like North Star. So that's going to be important because it's a huge difference between them. In terms of her ultimate, attack all enemies for piercing damage, apply Blitz, clear revive once, and apply ability block for 2 turns on a primary target. Characters cannot be revived, and this gains additional focus. So big damage, especially with the piercing damage, and all those Blitz as well. So this is going to be massive. On our special, we have attack all enemies once again, prolong the duration of all negative effects by 1. This is going to be massive, you'll see in a second why. And apply the following negative effects: defense down, heal block, disrupt, more focus for disability, so she does not have to be a skirmisher, hopefully. And then she will reduce the speed bar of the enemies by 50%. So she's gonna be like Icarus and Cersei, right? But she'll do the 50% right away instead of requiring 2 characters. This is absolutely massive. Apply Safeguard for 2 turns for Immortal X-Men, so this is another safeguard apart from her passive. And then we have that if this character has 3 or more Immortal X-Men allies, this attack cannot miss, be blocked, or be counter-attacked. And the same goes in raids for the other team, because this is a Cosmic Crucible team, but also a Spotlight raid team. The same way we have the Alpha Flight for raids and for Spotlight raids as well. In terms of the basic, the basic is a little bit weak. We have attack primary target for 300% damage, apply defense down, and apply heal block. So one thing that we're going to see right away is that we don't have any mechanics for us to get like with the Raider Isolate. You could use Raider Isolate, you could use Striker. Skirmisher seems to be a little bit unnecessary, but there is some potential for Skirmisher, because when you apply Skirmisher, you increase the damage of the assist, and you'll see in a second that this team will get some assist mechanics. And once again, these assist mechanics will come from the old characters, and we are talking about specifically Storm. And Storm, she got a decent rework. Once again, we're gonna take a look why it's so important, the special of Jean Grey. And the ultimate, like the whole kit is crazy. Okay, let's take a look at these reworks. First rework, we have a Beast. We're gonna take a look only at the things that matter. We can go really quick over the basic ability. Attacks primary target and adjacent, fully positive effects, and this attacks multiple targets. This is actually a very strong basic for Beast, that he flips so many positive effects and bleeds and whatever else, but no changes there. It's still the same from the past. In terms of the special, in the past he cleared the negative effects from Astonishing X-Men. Now he's gonna clear from everyone, and he's also going to heal up everyone. This is a huge deal. His special will also deal damage and apply heal block, which is very convenient. We need more X-Men with heal block apart from Gambit, so that's a good thing. And if Jean Grey is an ally, clear additional negative effects from Self, Immortal X-Men, and Uncanny Avengers. So Uncanny Avengers is the name of the raid team, which is a hybrid between this team and the Mighty Avengers. Clear all vulnerable from Self, all X-Men characters, and all Uncanny Avengers. So he's gonna have synergies with Nightcrawler and a few other characters as well. Gain extra focus for this character. Okay, I guess, for the heal block. Nothing too crazy. And then we have a big change on the ultimate. In the past, he only gave buffs for Astonishing X-Men and Uncanny X-Men. Now it's gonna be all X-Men, including Unlimited X-Men and Extreme X-Men with Nightcrawler. So, yeah, it's gonna be quite interesting because this is going to change quite a lot how we use X-Men in Cosmic Crucible. Then, so we're gonna get offense up for Brawlers, Blasters, and X-Men. For Protectors and Controllers, we're gonna get defense up, also all X-Men characters. Speed up and 1 ability energy for Self, Support, and X-Men allies. So support, we're also talking about Dormammu or Apocalypse or whatever. And apply regeneration to all mutant allies, X-Men or not. And then in raids, he does the same thing also for Uncanny Avenger allies. So this became way more powerful. In the past it was super restrictive, but now it's way better. The thing about Beast is that Beast does not really need stats. Of course you're going to increase the healing with his stats, but it's not a meaningful amount. So you might use him as a skirmisher or as a raider to apply more vulnerabilities to the enemies, or to flip positive effects into negative effects on the enemies with his basic and with his special. In terms of the passive, nothing crazy got changed. The passive in the past said Astonishing X-Men, now it says just X-Men, so a lot better in terms of synergies. We're gonna take a look at the Polaris kit. I'm gonna be honest, Polaris kit was always very strong, so the fact that it got a lot changed, I guess that's okay. Polaris, she puts everyone together, that alone is very powerful. Then we have the situation that whenever we have characters with a barrier, and if they get attacked, Polaris is going to apply bleeds to the enemies. So this means that the barrier that Jean Grey is applying with her passive will be used to apply bleeds to the enemies with Polaris. And also Cable gives a barrier to himself, so that's also going to allow Polaris to apply bleeds to the enemies. So even that directly they don't have a lot of synergies, you'll see that at the end of the day they have these mechanic synergies that will increase the value of Polaris. And that's why maybe she didn't get as much of a rework, but like I said, her kit was already powerful enough. Now let's talk about Storm. Holy shit, like Storm, she's big changes. So in the past she gained charges on the basic, but it was restrictive. Now it's better, and in the past she needed to be charged to attack multiple targets. Now she will always attack multiple targets, so it's a lot better. The special got a huge improvement. The special now is so much better, so it will always apply slow, 2 turns stun on the primary target. She will give charges to herself, and in the past it would clear all charges away, so this is a massive buff for Storm. If this character has Jean Grey as an ally on Crucible offense, or she has 3 or more Immortal X-Men allies, or if you are in raids, then she's gonna copy and clear all charges from all enemies to self. So this is gonna be Black Knight, this is gonna be Odin, this is gonna be Mephisto. This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be absolutely huge with the Storm. Clear all positive effects on all enemies, unless they have safeguard, and then she applies trauma for 2 turns on all enemies. Holy shit. Now, I have a big question about this because in the past, Storm could stun multiple enemies, right? So while this is definitely a buff, we have that part missing, right? Because now we are only applying stun to one target, and in the past we had a chance of applying stun to everyone, and that was one of the best features from Storm, is the stun on everyone. So yeah, sure, this is mostly a buff, but we also have nerf on that situation. This attack gains additional focus, unavoidable, cannot be blocked, and cannot be counter-attacked. So that's great, but once again, I have questions about that missing stun on everyone. Storm ultimate is going to do more damage per charge, whatever, nothing special about that. The attack cannot miss, this means that she cannot be blinded and enemies cannot dodge, but it does not mean that it's unavoidable. There are a few situations where this can fail, so watch out for that. And then we have the Storm passive. Now she can get more charges, so the ultimate is going to be even more powerful. And then she's going to apply speed up to X-Men, X-Force and Uncanny Avenger allies. And this is going to be on her turn, So depending on how fast the Storm is, then we might get more speed ups or less. But this is a little bit concerning. Because if she's as slow as she was in the past, this is not going to be very good. So we have to see about that. And on X-Men, X-Force and Uncanny Avenger ally, 50% chance to gain assist to self and a random X-Men, X-Force, Uncanny Avenger ally. I'm not sure why it's 50% chance, because it's just 1 out of 3 or 4, right? So I'm not sure, is it really worth it when you have no control over who's assisting or not? I don't think this is a huge difference, the 50%, so I'm not sure why they kept it. Okay, we're gonna talk about Cable, and Cable, unfortunately, very disappointing rework. So now, if he has Jean Grey or Deadpool as an ally, he's gonna flip positive effects into negative effects on the primary target, and negative effects into positive effects on himself. The attack now is unavoidable, cannot be blocked, but I mean, who cares, like, right? The attack is still normal damage, and if you kill for normal damage, like, bro, this is bad, this is really bad. Anyway, if you kill with normal damage, then Jean Grey and himself is going to get 70% speed bars. Like, whatever, it's very hard to pull this off, very hard. Cable passive now is going to apply guaranteed counter to a random mutant ally or self. Once again, one target, like one counter on one character, like, who cares? Like, this rework on Cable is really bad. The special is still decent, don't get me wrong, we have that big turning line for 50%, but bro, like, Cable was super shafted. Cable is like the new Scarlet Witch or something, just super shafted. And then he has still the same mechanics from the past, and he's giving the 5% speed bar to all allies, right? But he would get extra speed bar with X-Force, but that's still not the same for him, and it's only in Alliance Wars. Like, while they made Storm quite great, Storm is really great, much better, everyone else got the absolute shaft, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. Once again, Polaris, she already had a very strong kit. Cable, I think it's a huge miss, he should be way more interesting than he is. But maybe thanks to the energy from Beast, they will get better. It makes me wonder, it really makes me wonder, because yeah, I think that's going to be the biggest problem with this team, is the lack of energy on some of the abilities. Once again, it seems like Polaris, she's the better one because the special is very strong and she doesn't have to do much either way. The basic is also very strong, everything else is very strong as well. But I'm disappointed with the Cable overall. But we'll see how the team works, we'll see when these guys are in action, but if you can, make sure you start getting some diamonds for your Storm, because she's definitely going to be a lot better, and once again, it seems like she's going to be the best character on this team. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the channel when this team is available with the full reworks. I guess that will be like 2 or 3 weeks from now, and then we're going to try to pair up Rogue, Nightcrawler and whatever else with this team to see if we can cook up something even more interesting than these characters are already. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I'll catch you guys later.